What got me really particularly interested in the back end of the sentencing system, in the way that we decide who gets released from prison when, was an experience that I had at the Green Bay Correctional Institution a few years ago. My colleague on the Marquette Law School faculty, Janine Geske, who's a former justice of the Wisconsin Supreme Court, has for many years run a restorative justice program at the Green Bay prison. It's a 3-day program. It brings in a couple dozen prisoners, plus members of the community and law students and crime victims. The crime victims recount the impact that crime has had on their lives. In this program, the prisoners don't just listen to what the victims have to say, but they're encouraged to respond to it, encouraged to figure out how they can learn from what they hear and to improve their lives. And many of the prisoners do a phenomenal job of rising to the challenge and identifying specific things that they want to do in their lives to try to repair the harm that they've caused and avoid causing more harm in the future. It's a very powerful program, a 3-day program. Many tears are shed. And I found the program to be utterly transformative. This program really caused me to see and appreciate for the first time how much human potential is locked away in our prisons and how many of our prisoners have a deep yearning to do better things with their lives. But at the same time, they find, unfortunately, very little support and encouragement for doing these transformative things, for using their time in prison constructively. This experience going to the Green Bay prison got me very interested in thinking about and researching how we could do better here in Wisconsin to encourage and support these kinds of constructive things that so many prisoners would like to do with their time, to prepare them for a successful return to society and to try to atone, at least in some small way, for the wrongs that they've done. Since I've begun writing about good time, I've been contacted by many prisoners in the Wisconsin system. A couple times a month I get a letter from a prisoner in one of our institutions. And I hear over and over again from prisoners in these letters that their fellow inmates are not using their time well, that there's too much time spent socializing with other inmates, watching TV, playing games, spending time just in the cell. And that there is a desperate need in the system to encourage inmates to use their time more constructively. This isn't just outsiders who are making these observations about the prison system. These are letters that I'm getting from inmates currently incarcerated in the system. They want the system to work better, just as those of us on the outside would like the system to work better. And I hear just as much frustration from many people in the system behind bars as I do from reformers looking at the system from the outside. Lawyers should care about this topic as citizens, first and foremost, because this is a topic that relates to the safety of our communities, relates to the fiscal health of our state. Lawyers who are engaged in the criminal justice system should have a particular interest in this topic, whether they be on the prosecution side or on the defense side. Lawyers who work in the criminal justice system overwhelmingly want the system to do a better job of transforming lives. That means that the correction system needs to be run differently. There is a deep desire to make the system work better, and there's a deep frustration with the extent to which the system functions as a revolving door. Clients or defendants cycling in and out of the system on a seemingly endless basis. Certainly good time is not a panacea. I would not say that good time in and of itself would be able to entirely fix the sort of revolving door phenomenon that causes so much frustration. But it's part of a package of reforms that could go a long way towards making the system work better.